What's up, everybody? This is Jose from Southern Life. On today's video, we'll be taking a tour of a wealthy neighborhood in Naples, Florida, just outside of downtown Naples. So we can see what some of these $1 million homes and up mansions look like in one of the most desirable cities in Florida. You can see here there's clusas. Those are the hedge there. Fast growing plant. A lot of these homes have a privacy hedge around them. And we are right outside of downtown Naples. We had a little bit of a windstorm come through today, so there's a little bit of branches down. Notice the coconut palm trees, a staple of Naples, Florida. There is a lot of debris on the ground. That's because we had a powerful thunderstorm come through today, and a lot of these homes are on a weekly maintenance schedule, so cleanup crews haven't came by yet to clean it up, but about 5 or 6 days they'll be gone. Big giant trees there. Another staple of older Naples, Florida neighborhoods. You can see a white ibis there on somebody's lawn. It's a protected bird, very common in Naples. On this, looks like about half an acre lot or so, you can see that they've left some of the older plants that were here, but they've started construction on a newer home behind it. Looks like it's going to be a fairly decent sized home. And again, more royal Cuban palm tree branches on the ground from the thunderstorm of earlier today. You can see lots of tropical vegetation. Sometimes a combination of royal Cuban palm trees and coconut trees, a staple of Naples, Florida. We're on Palm Circle and Bougainvillea. You can see here a beautiful tropical home with different palm trees. You can see a coconut on the ground there. Here's a public notice. So most likely, this is a petition to knock down this home to make another home. So they have to let the neighborhood know that they're going to start a construction project, and that's likely why that's there for. You can see the garage there made out of, looks like wood, beautiful garage door. Pavers on the driveway. That's very normal here in Florida. These trees in the back are actually palm trees. See a lot of tropical plants to keep that home private there. We're just going to keep rolling right through here. We're on Bougainvillea, which is a plant that's very common here in Florida. Beautiful landscaping here as well. Notice this Royal Poinciana plant right here. It is currently flowering, and you can also see the seeds as well. Those maraca type little packages are the seeds of the Royal Poinciana plant. So 2 coconut trees, pavers on the driveway. Most of these homes are going to have hurricane shutters. This is a Key West style home right here. Beautiful big palm trees as well, different types of palm trees. They also have a magnolia plant. Here's a more modern type of building style here. I like it. Do you like it, Katie?
Yeah.
Kind of modern looking. This is a common style of home in Miami now. Very popular. Notice that the driveway, it's not one single slab, but individual slabs with grass flowing through it. Privacy hedge between the homes. And the next home is a more traditional Florida style. Notice that it's ready for pressure washing on the roof. Keep rolling right through here. Notice these palm trees here are a little bit different. So this home here, they've put some work into finding palm trees that are a little bit different. Can't remember the name of these palm trees here in the center, but I have planted some on my property. And it's a beautiful type of palm tree that you can find native in the east coast of Florida along 95. If you're ever driving on 95, you'll see these types of palm trees that color. I put some in front of my empty lot. I like them a lot. So you can see this home here, they've gone with different types of palm trees that are less normal. Pretty elaborate landscaping work in this home. Going away from the traditional palm trees. Here's this privacy hedge as well, which has become more common as a privacy hedge. This type of privacy hedge, they grow very quick. They're very easy to manage, and they'll grow from cuttings. Electric. I feel electric. You can see some ferns, some bromeliads and ferns in front of this home right here. Here's a more beach type home. Looks like they have a little guest house in the back. Again, Royal Poncianas, but here in this case, they let it grow all the way to the bottom. You don't see that very often. Usually they trim up the bottom. And of course, we're not far from downtown Naples, so this is a fairly exclusive area that not everybody can afford to land in. I'm actually gonna pull around here and go back the other way. I didn't really calculate where I was going. Some coconut trees. As you can see, these streets barely have any traffic, especially now in the summer. Coming in that direction. These little jungle palms here. I don't like these at all. One of my least favorite plants in Florida, and you see less and less of them every single time. It seems like there's not a lot of people going for that. Here you have some more traditional Florida palm trees, but these, you can tell that the home is a little bit older. So this house here was perhaps not a super luxurious house when they first set out to make the neighborhood, but over the years, I'll go a little bit fast here for a minute as we encounter some traffic. I want to box people in, so give me a second, guys. Okay, we're back at it. A little bit of dust here from a construction site across the road. Pretty decent sized house being built. But every once in a while here in Naples, you'll find properties like that where you can tell by the vegetation, by the home, that they built way before this was a ritzy, fancy area, and now they're kind of stuck with their normal looking house in a kind of affluent area. Fairly affluent area, to be exact. Nice landscaping work here. Kind of strange combination of plants, but nonetheless looking good. This is more of a bigger property. You can tell there's more elaborate. Put on my blinkers here so you can pass me. You can go around. It's all good. Okay, so this is kind of a lot of the newer homes being built in Naples are going to look like this. It's kind of like a Key West style, but more. No, I'm not sure, but this style here, it's very common throughout Florida, and a lot of the new homes going up in Naples are like that. Again, another Royal Ponciana here. This one's not flowering, perhaps. Again, bigger plants here, big plants, coconut trees. And now as we approach the beach, then definitely the homes on this side are definitely going to be a little bit bigger. You're just entering a different ballpark here where even an empty lot can be in the millions of dollars. So it's just a different price tag. Here's a yellow Lexus sliding through. That looks gorgeous. Mustard colored Lexus. So now here, you know, these homes here from the top level should be able to see the beach. So with oceanfront views, some of these properties, again, even the land can be worth millions of dollars here. You see here very elaborate tropical landscaping. I hate these types of palm trees. They grow way too fast and they attract way too many rodents. You can tell it was windy today. Some of these are green palm branches that are down, so there was definitely wind and rain today coming through Naples. A little bit of street flooding is normal, especially this time of year. You can see a lot of these palm branches are down and they're green, so when green palm branches are falling, you see how considerable winds. That dirty looking palm tree there is in the center is called a queen palm tree. It is my least favorite of all Florida vegetation. I can't believe in a neighborhood like this they've still kept them around. The maintenance is incredible. The appeal is minimal. It's just a crappy plant. If you notice the royal palm trees, you know, you have 5 or 6 leaves. And when they fall, it's one single thing, easy to clean up, put out by the curb, city takes it. Yeah, you can see some interesting stucco work here in this house with a lot of texture. Let me just park off the side here so this car can pass me. I'll let them go around. Bromeliads here is the theme of this property. Lots of bromeliads. And again, green palm branches lets you know it was windy here. But the royal Cuban palm tree is a fairly easy plant, like you can see. It's got 7 or 8 branches. When one falls off, it's the whole thing. Nice and easy to care for. But some of these other palm trees, they just take, like these right here, they take a lot of maintenance. They're just dirty. They attract a lot of animals. They're just not really good plants. They're not clean. But somehow people still plant them. You can tell that there was a lot of wind here. Look how much damage there is on this property. As far as like stuff that needs to be cleaned up. Today's afternoon storms were pretty powerful. This time of year, Naples pretty much looks like a ghost town. It really does. Most people with money are going to be back up north. And, you know, the warm weather and particularly the humidity means that most people are going to come down here for the winter. But in the summer, like, no, it's a ghost town. Today's actually pretty pleasant. With the rain, it cools down a little bit. You'll get into the lower 80s after a rainstorm like this, which is a lot more pleasant than our typical weather. You can see new homes going in. Every time new homes go in, especially these days, they're just bigger and bigger. They're not making them any smaller these days. They're just bigger and bigger. And again, every once in a while, you'll see a home like this one where you can tell it's been there for a while. It's not the biggest house in the world. Not sure if we're looking at the front or the back of these houses. It's ugly either way. No yard at all. And keep in mind with people that say, you know, all these houses in Florida are on top of each other, they don't have any yard. Well, they're only here for like a little bit of time of the year. They're here for 2 or 3 months of the year. To go to the beach, you really wouldn't want a big yard on the property if that's what you're using it for. And again, the land is worth so much. I mean, to have an acre out here, you might need $10 million just to buy it. You're not going to find an acre of land out here. This house has a beautiful Royal Poinciana. You can see it right there. Beautiful Royal Poinciana. Beautiful lawn, beautiful paint scheme. Coconut trees, Cuban Royal palm trees. They've done a very interesting job with this home. And this home here, it's big and it's pretty, but you can tell it's probably been there a while. On average, these homes are paying something like $50,000 a year in property taxes, so one would assume that if you're paying that much into property taxes, that the amount of police and security in this neighborhood, both uniformed and out of uniform, would be considerable. That they would have different surveillance, and it's just more advanced security here than what you could imagine. Being that the property taxes these people are paying is a good salary just in property taxes. On 3rd Avenue North here, let me see if there's, go this way. So yes, lots of public services. Here, the garbage people put the garbage can back inside your driveway. It's a different level of services when you're paying that much in property taxes. So you're talking about conditions of the roads, access to beaches that are maintained. There's a lot that goes into this price tag of these homes. Even the property taxes alone are a working man's salary. I've worked in this house right here before. One of my funny stories that I tell on my channel was at this house right here about a stingy guy who didn't want to pay me. Was at that house right there, and I can see the beach from his front yard. Just ironic how you could have so much money and still be just a piece of crap. But beautiful home here. Yep, you live a few blocks away from the beach, yet you're so stingy that you argue with a poor person over how much you're going to pay them. It's embarrassing. I mean, some of these people are just ridiculous, really. There's no other word for it. There's even parking spots near the beach today. It is definitely not the most popular time of the year, that's for sure. It is, it's slow in Naples this time of year. And there are some beautiful historic homes in Naples as well. They're not all McMansions. There's a few little areas where you'll find historic homes, bungalows, and little, well, they're not little, but they're definitely cute and charming. Here you can see some more rare types of palm trees. More elaborate homes here. So we can let these cars pass us, since they seem to be in a rush of some sort. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, that little 4-cylinder Toyota can really pick up speed, huh? Ooh, 4-cylinder Toyota. Scary. Here you got some oak trees. Beautiful. The whole street is lined with oak trees, so it gives it a more neighborhood feel on this street. A little bit of water puddling is normal. It is definitely normal. Look at that house on the left and the other side of the road. It's just a tiny little house. I'm sure it's worth millions. I mean, the land alone's worth millions, so just out of place around all these McMansions. Definitely, there are some little hidden houses here and there that miss the mark of being a McMansion. Like this one right here, for sure, that little one there. This tree here on the cross streets, it's lined by coconut trees. So the street going that way is lined with oak trees. This one's lined with coconuts. So beautiful how the coconut trees just line this boulevard here. There are alleyways here in Naples again for garbage collection. Like I said, they'll grab the garbage can. It's not a big, giant, noisy truck. It's a little truck that comes around. It's a smaller truck that comes around, and it's less noisy, and they're more professional about their garbage collection. You can see here, this is definitely not a new home. It's an older structure. It's small. This has mature coconut trees. And move on to, of course, a newer, bigger home. Here's what I was talking about. You can see that's a tiny little cottage. And there are cottages and older cottages and little bungalows and just different little homes, kind of what you would expect in an older place. Because again, Naples is, it's an older city, for Florida standards at least, And then there's always somebody that says St. Augustine was the oldest city in Florida. You know what I'm talking about. Overall, until the 1960s, there weren't too many people in Florida. Alright guys, so there it is. I'm going to go down one more street here and then we'll finalize this video. And that is what you get in Naples, Florida, when you start spending millions of dollars. My hometown, I have a lot of memories here. But it's definitely interesting to be from a place this opulent and wealthy when you're not the one that's got the bag. But nice. It's nice to be here and to see these neighborhoods and share it with you guys. Gorgeous neighborhoods, gorgeous homes. And if anybody is moving to the Naples area, I can recommend my sister, 248-4793. And of course, the area code's 239. My name is Susana Rodriguez. That's my sister. Of course, the average person moving to Naples isn't moving into downtown Naples. This is kind of reserved for select few people that really got the big bag. But if you're just moving to a normal place in Naples, or even out here, you need a realtor, holler at my sister. She'll take care of you. She's very familiar with the Naples area. She's lived here as well, 20-some years down here. Beautiful, beautiful Naples, Florida. But the maintenance on these homes is serious. It's not just the initial cost of the home. The landscaping can be quite a bit. The property taxes, home repairs, cleaning services, and with the homes being vacant part of the year, most people are using a home watch service. So the combination of all those things means that it's not just the initial price tag of the home that you're going to be contending with if you're buying these properties. Generally, services are going to be a little bit more expensive, and it's kind of an exclusive thing to work in this part of Naples. A lot of people kind of, if they have a company, they have customers down here that always brag about it. I have customers in Naples or Port Royal or whatever. Bunny, that's right. There's a few. All right, guys. I know it doesn't look like much. It's beautiful. You're probably wondering, how are these homes into the millions of the millions? And I just hope that you guys understand that there's a few factors that go into that. Not just one or two. There's many factors that go into these being $1 million homes. I mean, where else in the United States can you have Royal Cuban palm trees and coconut trees? It takes southern Florida for that, and that contributes to this part of the country being extraordinarily expensive. Show you guys one last property and then we're out of here. I think these are like condos. I would imagine this would not be a single property. It looks like several properties. Check it out.